So I've had nothing to put into this series recently where I talk about all the shit that happens on YouTube and why it's actually quite toxic. But there's a lot of drama going on right now, and I decided that it brings it down to a category of things that can technically be taken as wrong on YouTube, which is satirical commentaries. Now, two examples of big satirical commentators would be Pyrocynical and Leafy is here. Now, although I do enjoy their content and find it to be quite entertaining, you have to understand that this area is very, very risky when it comes to other people, because they're going out of nowhere and roasting people's videos, and they have no insight on what that person might be experiencing or anything like that, or what they're going through. And recently Leafy fell into that trap and accidentally roasted an autistic kid, which is only part of the problem. The other part of the problem is the fact that these channels have a habit of accumulating a very cancerous fan base. So everyone's pretty much hyped up on the kill yourself joke, and they go over to these people's channels and they tell them to commit suicide and all the horrible stuff that you would probably hate happening to you. Now, when you're making videos roasting people that you don't know anything about, and you've done little to no research on this person before you made the video, that's sort of a bit harsh, because half the time they roast people smaller than them so they can, sort of avoid any issues with copyright, of course, because that happens, but also it's because they know that there won't be very much of a backlash from that. But turns out there's more of a backlash because you don't know anything about these small people. If you were roasting Sam Pepper or fucking Keemstar, who's a dick, you'd know about it, and Keemstar would probably have you swatted. At least you'd be right about it, and your fan base will be doing the right thing by telling them to kill them. Nah, but you know, it's just when you go over to a smaller channel and decide that you're going to make a video roasting this person, and when you've got hundreds of thousands to millions of subscribers, you have no idea how easily you can ruin their YouTube career and then their life, right? Because when you get like loads of comments telling you to kill yourself, believe me, I've been there, it's not the best feeling ever, though it's pretty funny if you can handle it. But half the time these people are really inexperienced and only just spreading their sea legs when it comes to YouTube, and when you get hate comments you don't really know how to respond to them, especially on First Off, and you sort of respond in a very uncivilized way, and it sort of provokes these people, and then they continue to do it, and then eventually it causes some form of depression or something, and then they might actually end their own lives. And basically what I'm trying to say is that these satirical commentators try to roast people, and they sort of accidentally set people up to get roasted as well. So in making the video about this video and roasting this person in the video, they have no idea what that person's going through. I mean, half the time they probably are a bit, they're having a laugh and they enjoy the attention, but sometimes they don't want the attention, they're just trying to enjoy making videos. And it's those times where these like mishaps happen, where basically the fan base goes over and gives them a barrage of hate, like they annex that channel with hate, like thousands of comments, and that's so demotivating for that person, especially if they only had maybe 100 subscribers before you made the video. So it's very important to try to avoid roasting smaller channels with this thing. Now, fortunately for us, people like Leafy and Pyro do have a moral compass, but they still do make these mistakes every now and then, and people do feel the backlash of that, usually the person they are roasting. And when they might have a mental condition or something like that might make them get upset about it and a bit depressed maybe, it's just best to avoid that sort of thing altogether. So if this is how I see it, if you're going to do satirical commentaries, please just do these things on things that are known events that we know basically the full story on, and don't roast the smaller channels for doing what they love, and do the arsehole channels like fake pranks and etc., because they're more deserving of the hate that you're sort of sending their way. However, I do believe that this was not intended to happen from this Leafy fellow, what happened recently, and every incident of this has happened to a lot of satirical commentators before, where they've accidentally done something that they didn't mean to cause, like say this hate like thought that's coming towards this poor autistic guy who's, you know, trying to make videos basically, and there's just got loads of people hating on him, and I'm pretty certain that they wouldn't want this, and, you know, all that stuff. So this brings me on to my final point, which is the fact that satirical commentaries aren't immediately awful, so you can do it and not come across as toxic, but you do accumulate a cancerous fan base, and being honest, that can be quite unfair on the person, especially if you're doing it on small people. So I think to do this sort of stuff properly that they do is to not target children or small YouTubers, because small YouTubers won't take it very well, and children definitely won't take it very well because they don't know how to handle it. Small YouTubers probably just started off and they don't know how to handle it either, so sending people to hate on them, even if you didn't mean it, because you've got a very cancerous fan base, you have to remember that these problems happen. You're sort of ruining their career before it even starts, aren't you? And with children, you're just going to upset them, and come on, they're just children, aren't they? Just lads and ladies. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to comment what you think, and I'll see you all next time. So yeah, so